For centuries, winning a war meant controlling the flow of information. In today's world, it means controlling the algorithms that control the flow of information. What you're about to see could define the next war. This is Prompt Lab. Today, we're talking about AI-driven disinformation campaign. Chapter 1, where strategy meets silicon. What if you had an army that could wage war without ever firing a shot? A force that could infiltrate enemy mines, not military bases, and turn entire populations against each other. Sounds like a sci-fi fantasy, right? Well, it's closer to reality than you think. Into artificial intelligence. It's not just self-driving cars and virtual assistants anymore. AI is evolving into a digital soldier, a silent infiltrator that can wage psychological warfare on an unimaginable scale. But how does it work? Imagine an army that operates in the shadows, not of flesh and blood, but of ones and zeros. That's what AI-driven disinformation campaigns are all about. It's about waging war in the realm of ideas, manipulating the very fabric of our digital existence. This isn't your typical warfare where battles are fought on land or sea. This is a war of perception, a silent invasion of the minds of the enemy's citizens. It's a new form of combat that's more covert, more pervasive, and in many ways more powerful than traditional military action. Chapter 2. The rules are already different. Now let's pull the curtain back a bit. Let's take a live look at battlefields where this silent war is already being waged. No tanks, no fighter jets, just data streams and algorithms. Picture this. Deep within fortified server farms, shielded by concrete walls and guarded by security teams, elite checkers are orchestrating a silent invasion. They're weapons of choice, lines of code designed to infiltrate and manipulate. They're not targeting military installations or government buildings. Their focus is far more insidious. They're after the very lifeblood of a nation, its people. Through social engineering and AI-powered deception, they're planting seeds of discord, fanning the flames of societal division. Their objective: to erode trust, to create chaos, and ultimately to control the narrative. Chapter 3. If you can't see the enemy, can you even win? Now, let's dial up the intensity. As the digital battle rages, the stakes keep rising. This isn't just a war of information anymore. It's a war of influence, a struggle for dominance. It goes beyond mere perceptions. It's a fight for the soul of a nation. And as the lines between truth and fiction blur, the consequences become dire. Fanned by AI, protests erupt, economies falter, and political landscapes shift. It's a silent coup, a takeover that doesn't rely on brute force, but on the manipulation of minds. Chapter 4. More intelligence, less control. Now let's zoom out for a broader perspective. We're not just witnessing a battle. We're observing a paradigm shift. The nature of warfare has always evolved from swords to guns, from guns to bombs. Each era had its defining weapon. And now AI is ushering in a new era of conflict. This is a war where the victor won't be determined by military might or economic power, but by one's ability to control the flow of information. And the most terrifying part, it's a war where the enemy often remains unseen. A ghost in a machine pulling the strings from the shadows. So here's the million-dollar question. How do we counter an enemy that's invisible, whose weapons are ideas and whose soldiers are lines of code? Do we fight fire with fire? Do we deploy our own digital warriors to wage a cyber jihad? Or do we try to outsmart the algorithm, to anticipate its moves, to expose its machinations before it's too late? That challenge is monumental. The stakes are existential. The battle for the hearts and minds of a nation has gone digital, and the war is on. Conclusion. So where does this leave us? In an era where information is the new currency and algorithms hold the reins of power, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The battle for truth, for the very soul of our digital existence, is raging around us. Should we wage a war of our own in the digital shadows? Or is there a better way, a way to outsmart, to outmaneuver the enemy that lurks in the algorithms. Perhaps the answer lies in a deeper understanding of our digital adversary, in anticipating its moves, in recognizing its patterns. After all, the first rule of any engagement is knowing your enemy. This is Prompt Lab. The war has already started. We're just catching up. Subscribe to stay ahead.